rolling up and down the fingers. And into the palm. And the pads of the pinky and the thumb. Down to the wrist. And across the knuckles. And let's keep the ball in the palms, interlace the fingers, and squeeze. And release. And squeeze. Release. And squeeze. And release. We'll go around the back. Switch. 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 Hinge at the waist. Go to the legs. Switch. 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 And leave the ball on the floor. Assess how the feet feel. Take a note of the ankles, the knees, the hips. Step on the ball right in the middle of the foot and press down 3 times. Go up to the ball of the foot, press down once on the ball of the foot, and then move across each of the toes. Pressing down, roll across, pivoting on the heel. Bring the ball to the top of the heel, pivot on the toes, and roll. Press down right below the ball of the foot, at the side of the top of the heel, and over in the middle of the fifth metatarsal. Roll down each of the bones. And scribble. Three, 2, 1, release. Reassess. And repeat on the other foot, pressing down 3 times. Up to the ball of the foot, pressing on each. So going across. Roll across. Roll across the top of the heels. Pressing those 3 spots. Roll down each of the bones. And scribble. Three, 2, 1, release. The ball out of the way. Reassess the feet and the ankles and the knees and the hips. And then shake the tree. Three, 2, 1, center. Twist the waist, swing the arms. And center with some ocean wave breathing. Exhaling on the way out. Bending arms a little bit more each time. I'm going to take 5 to get up to shoulder height. I'm going to repeat one more time at shoulder height and start coming down. Fingers and thumb at the base of the spine. Step out, gather on starlight. This is part of a Qigong set that the National Qigong Association put together right after 9/11. Down in forehead, throat, heart, lower down chin, and center. Same thing the other way. And center. Take some steps forward. And then elbow towards the opposite knee. Don't have to hit it, but if you can, great. And then slap the opposite heel in front. And in behind. And then a cross step with a twist and a punch. And then walk, march, or jog. So today we're going to do this 6 stretches to open up the body. Great stretches to do at the end of the day or the beginning of the day. Get everything opened up, relaxed. And we got some yin yoga in the after class. It'll be real lovely. I'm going to hop today, but you can do whatever you feel like doing, including what you're doing right now to get the heart rate going for about 30 seconds. I'm going to go in 5. Be safe, whatever you do. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, Great. And 20. And 30. Your breaths. Interlace the fingers. Raise the hands up. Reach for the sky. On your toes if you can. Come down. Bend back if you can. Otherwise, keep stretching up. Back to center. Drop one hand. Reach towards it. Go the other way. Back to center, interlace the fingers. Drop to the chest and push out. Come on down, interlace the fingers behind the back. Raise the hands up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Go up a little higher. Come on down and shrug. Put your fingertips on shoulders. Rotate the elbows forward in a circle. And backwards. Extend the arms, tap the shoulders. Bring one arm across the body, press in at or above the elbow. Then the other. First arm behind the back, pressing down and in on the elbow. And then the other. Grab both elbows, rock side to side. And then form a W and squeeze the shoulder blades together and hold. Release. Squeeze. Release. And squeeze. Release. Hold. Extend one arm and fingers up, pull back on the fingers. Fingers down. Flop the wrist, wiggle the fingers, make a fist. Other hand, fingers up. Fingers down. And flop the wrist, wiggle fingers, make a fist. Come on down and rotate the neck in one direction. And then the other. Nod. And go ear to shoulder. Come to center, bring your hand over the head, cup the ear, look up with the eyes looking at the ceiling and your chin up. And so gently tug. And then look down as your chin goes to your collarbone out of the other corner of your eyes. Come on back to center and do the same thing the other way. First looking up. Chin up. And then down. Back to center, tuck in the chin and peck like a pigeon. And let's do a side lunge. Go the other way. Come on back up. Bring the feet a little bit wider than hip width. Hinge at the waist. Bend the knees slightly. To come down. Keep the back spine neutral. Stretch those hamstrings. Come on up. Bring one foot forward. Other foot behind. And press back on the heel to stretch the back, the calf on the back foot. Switch the position on the legs. And come on up and grab a stick. It's the toning bar routine. I'm going to bring the stick behind the back, parallel to the spine. One hand on top, one hand below. Move it up and down. And then switch the position on the hands. Then bring the stick up overhead and go side to side. And then bring it to the shoulders, palms facing in, your 10 bicep curls. Leave it below the waist, switch the position of the hands. Palms are facing in the other way. We're going to hinge at the waist, bend the knees slightly, keep the spine neutral, head back, stick down as low as we'll go, and just bring it up, go back down, bring it up 10 times. And go down and keep down, stay down, but bring your elbows past your rib cage, lifting the stick, of course. 10 times. And then come on up, stick is at the shoulder, lift it up overhead 10 times. Drop it below the waist, bring the elbows up to shoulder height 10 times. Keep it at the shoulders and push out. Yeah, 10 times. And then bring it around back. Palms are facing away from the body. And we're going to lift the stick behind us 10 times. Then reverse the grip and do another 10. Then bring the stick up to the crook of the elbows and twist it to waist. Bring the stick around front to the middle, hold on with one or a finger or two at the top. Step back and come up on your toes for a second, then back on your heels for a second. And do that about 15 times. "13 for me, 14, and 15. All right, I'm going to put the sticks away and do the 6 opening stretches. So we're going to start by bringing our hands out, arms up, come up top, grab one wrist and pull straight up. Hold. Come on down. Hands on your legs. Bend at the waist, hinge at the waist, go down to the feet. Hands are going with you. Hands are coming back up the sides of the legs. Arms are coming out at the hips. Grab the other wrist at the top and pull that straight up. And then down. Again, hands on the sides of the legs, go down. We're going to do 2 more on each side. Moving into my last one here. And down. Going down one last time. And back up. All right, we're going to do the overhand grabbing the wrist again, but we're going to bend to one side and pull. And release. Go to the other way, bend and pull. Back. Other way. And one last time. And the other way. And come back to center. All right, we're going to open up the chest. You can bring your hands out, totally behind you. Breathe in and exhale. You can also do it behind your head. I'm going to do 3 of each. 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. All right, we're going to do 3 on the floor. I'll meet you down there. So will the camera. We're going to be on our backs. One leg is extended. You want to bring the other, cup the knee and bring it up to the chest. And if you want, bring it across. And down. And grab the other knee up towards the chest and across if you want. And down. We'll do 2 more each way. Up. Across. And the leg. And last round. Up. Across. It's a little easier. And up. And across. And down. Put the soles of both feet on the ground. And do some windshield wipers back and forth. And 12. And then we're going to get on our Hands and knees in tabletop position and do some cat cows. You ready, cat? Alaska's ready. Tuck in the chin. Arch the back. Cat. Chin up. Around the back. Arch the back, I'm sorry. And cow. And then around the back, the cat. Arch the cow. Cow. Release. Cat. Cow. 4. Cat. Cow. That's 5. One more. Cat. And cow. And then we get up. And do our breaths. We're doing 4-7-8 breathing this week. Good deep diaphragmatic nasal inhale, fill the chest, hold for 7, exhale for 8. If 4-7-8 is too difficult, you modify it however you need to. Nice, calm, relaxing breath is what it should be. So if it has to be 2, 5, 6, 5. Here we go. We're rubbing those hands together to cultivate chi. Again, this is part of the Qigong Association's 5 treasures. Forming a chi ball. Rubbing it dances around. And centering. Your breaths. And we'll open our hearts. And exhaling as the arms go out, inhaling as they come in. Coming forward on our toes a bit as we go out, back on our heels as we come in. Pause on this inhale. Exhale, send it out. And send it. 2 breaths. And bring down heavenly chi. And go down to super light. And ah, namaste.
Thanks, Tom.
You're
Thank you,
welcome, Nina.
Tommaso. Thank you, thank you, thank
Great
you.
to see you. Thank you, sir. Stay warm.
Thank you.
All right, Barbara.
Have a good weekend.
You too. I'll be here tomorrow if you're around, but
Oh, okay.
not
Oh, that's
mandatory.
right. Every day except Sunday.
Yeah, yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, is there another ball that I could get? Because I have this is a brand new racket ball that I had.
Yeah.
And it hurts a little bit. It's
Does
hard.
it?
A little bit. It could be me that I'm weak.
Well,
You think a tennis ball would be softer?
I don't think so unless it's an old one. But try it.
Okay. Okay, I'll try
And you might go to a stationery store or something, and they've got balls for kids, and you can
Yeah.
put a softer ball there.
Okay.
Just experiment. See, there are anything.
Okay.
You can get a softer ball at I say a stationery store, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I'll find, okay. I just didn't know if one of those exercise ones that you use to squeeze your hands, if that might be too soft.
Well, nothing is too soft. Whatever works, whatever
Okay.
works best for you.
Okay.
You should use.
So if I'm not playing pickleball in the morning, I'll be on.
Okay,
Okay?
sounds good.
All right, Tom.
All right.
Thanks again.
Thank you. See you.
All right. Bye,
Bye-bye.
Tom.
All right, anybody who wants to do 5 Tibetans, look at last week's. I'm going to go Tibetan practice. Okay. And rolling up and down the fingers. Better turn on a light, huh? And down into the palm. Yeah, come on, right? All right. And into the pads of the pinky and the thumb. And down to the wrist. And across the knuckles. And let's do the fingers. Index finger and thumb. Middle finger. Ring finger. And pinky. Other hand, index. Middle. Ring. And pinky. And let's see, no apartment dwellers, let's bounce the ball. People different hands, different heights. Maybe dribbling. Moving it around into the dark. Three, two, one. You ball on the floor. Assess the feet and how they feel. Make a note. Press on the ball right in the middle of your foot 3 times. You can ball up to the ball of the foot, press down once, go on each toe across. A little just below each toe. Pivot on the heel, roll across. Bring the ball to the middle of the foot and wiggle the toes. Crunch the toes into the ball. Lift them up and separate. Crunch again. Wiggle again. And scribble. Three, two, one, release, reassess. And repeat on the other side, pressing down 3 times in the middle. Up to the ball. Going across, pressing down. Rolling across. And middle of the foot, wiggle the toes. Rest the toes into the ball. We'll raise them up, separate. Press again. Wiggle again. And scribble again. Three, two, one. Release. Get the ball out of the way. And let us do some wood chops through the middle, 7. And then diagonally across the body from one side. And then the other. And then shake the tree. Three, two, one, center. Twist it the waist, swing the arm. And then center with some motion wave breathing. Fingers and thumb at the base of the spine. Step out, gathering starlight from one side. And then come to center, fingers and thumb on the other hand behind the back, and gather from the other side. Let's start with some steps forward. And then go elbow to the opposite knee or towards it at any rate. And then slap the opposite heel. Slap it behind you. And then I do a cross step with a twist and a punch. And then we're gonna walk or march or jog. So today we're gonna do some seated routines. We will do some sit to stands. You're kind of like squats. Only 10 of them though. We want to do those to get the heart rate going. Of course, you can do exactly what you're doing, as long as whatever you're doing is safe. We'll do it about 30 seconds. And I'm going to do some yin yoga after this. And we didn't do it yesterday. But get going. I'm going to sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3. And 20. And 30. Deep breaths. Interlace the fingers. Bring the hands up overhead. Reach for the sky. Come down, bend back if you can, otherwise just keep stretching upwards. Back to center. Bend one way. Bend the other. Back to center, lower the hands, push out of the chest. Come on down, interlace the fingers behind the back and raise the hands up. A little higher. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. And come on back. Good. And roll the shoulders back. Roll them forward. Extend the arms and rotate. Go the other way. Bring one arm across the body, press in at or above the elbow. Then the other. First arm behind the back, pressing down and in. Then the other. Both elbows rock side to side. Come on down and form an L. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and hold. And release. Squeeze. Release. And squeeze. Release. Rotate the neck. Go the other way. Nod. And go get a shoulder. Tuck in the chin. Look one way, drop the chin to the collarbone. Then look up. Go back to center, still tuck, look the other way. Drop the chin. And look up. Come back to center and let's do a side lunge. Go the other way. And grab a stick. Bring one's leg out in front, put the stick behind it. Bring your hands down on the stick, lean forward, hinging at the waist, keeping your spine neutral. You can lift the sole off the floor to increase the stretch, and you can wiggle it to increase it more. And then come on up, press the sole of the foot against the stick. And then we'll do the same thing with the other leg, first with the hamstring stretch. And then the calf. Then bring the stick do waist, and we'll do some Booyah stick routine, starting with flip flops. Watch those shins. And then big circles out. And in. Go laterally in one direction. And then the other. Bring the stick behind the back. In the crook of the elbows and twist the waist. If you can lean back, do so, otherwise keep twisting. And then come back up, tuck in the chin. Like a pigeon. Bring the stick up to the shoulders. Twist the body, keep the head and hips facing forward. Then bring the stick up over the head, down below the waist, back over the head. If you can, drop it behind you. Otherwise, just over the head, back and forth. Stop at the shoulders. Push out. Bring it to the side. Hand at the top or near the top, swing behind. Other hand. And then bring the stick to the middle, hold on with two hands or one hand or a finger or two as you step back. Come up on your toes and hold for about 15. And then go back on your heels and hold for 15. And come down. And we're going to do a balance exercise. You can keep the stick on the ground with one hand. Opposite foot, you're on your toes. All the weight is on the one leg. If you can, pick the stick up, otherwise leave it on the ground. You can move the leg around. And if you can, move the stick around. Three, two, one. Down, same thing on the other side. Starting with toe on the ground. If this is as far as you can go, that's fine. Lift it, lift the stick. Whatever works. There was a little bit of a challenge, but not too much. It is a little wobbly today. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Putting the stick down, we're going to the chairs. We're going to start with some sit to stands. I'm going to move my arms around, but if you need to, just push up off the chair. The main thing is to sit down fully in the chair. And we'll do 10. 1, 2, 3. 8, 9, and 10. And then sit down. You're in the middle of the chair. We're going to lean forward about 45 degrees and come back up. Put your arms in the air. And then you're still in the middle of the chair, cross your arms and tap the back of the chair and come back up. Keeping the core nice and contracted, navel towards the spine. And then let's cross one ankle over the top of the knee on the other foot and rotate the ankle in one direction. Rotate at the ankle in the other direction. Then point the toes towards the shin and away from the shin. And then press down on the knee and hinge at the waist a little bit forward. Feeling that in your hip. And come on up. Cross the other leg. And again, rotate the ankle one way. And then the other. Point the toes forward and away from the shin. Hands on the knee, lean forward, press down. Come on back up. Put both soles of both feet on the floor. Put the hands in prayer position and push. Now grab one hand on top, one hand on the bottom, and grab by your fingers and pull apart. And then switch the positions of the hands. The other one comes on top. And again, grab and pull apart. Put your feet out on either side and come across and go towards the toes. You don't have to touch them. And then bring your hands behind the back, back of the head, and twist at the waist. Both ways. Stop. And then bring the arms back as far as you can, expand the chest, take a big deep breath in. 2 more. And finally, we do some seated jacks. Excellent. All right, let's get the chair out of the way. And do our 4-7-8 breathing. Nice deep nasal inhale to the belly, up through the chest, filling the cavity, holding for 7, exhaling for 8. And of course, modify it if you need to make it shorter. 3, 6, 7, whatever. There we go. Last one. And rub those hands together to comfortably chew. On that chi ball. Come together, center, and take your breaths. We're going to open our hearts. Pause on this inhale, and exhale, send it out. And center. Your breath. And bring down, happy nature. Go down, gather it up. And ah,
We survived.
all right, good. Get a good nice
I'm going back to
morning
sleep.
nap.
I'm going back.
Not. All right. It was 5 today, wasn't it? All right. We're going to put our hands by the side in the usual manner, but you can put them under your back if you need support in the lower back, or behind the head if you need support in the neck. In the modified version, you have the soles of the feet on the floor, lift the head, neck, and shoulders at the same time as the soles come up and then back down with everything. Unmodified legs are extended, but you lift the head, neck, and shoulders, come up and down. That's 1, 2, and that's 11. 2 breaths. And we're going to get up on our knees. Hands are on the back of the thighs or on the glutes. If you need to, just rock back on your knees and come forward. But if you can do back extensions and back and forward, that's 1. And take 2 breaths. Then sit down. In the modified version, so the feet are on the floor, unmodified legs are extended. Either way, will come into inverted table. We do it 11. Keep on letting 2 breaths. Turn around. And in the modified version, hands on the shoulders. You go from tabletop to cobra. Unmodified version, down dog to up dog. 11. come on around. Finish with Tibetans, but this is my follow through. Cross your legs however it feels comfortable for you this morning. And we're going to rotate 6 times one way, 5 times the other, either sitting up or bending down or doing. Yeah, that's cool. Hold on. And stir the pot. I think I'll do the stir the pot. 1, 2. Switching direction. And we're gonna stretch out. Not squeezing, 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 hold. And I'm gonna go over the left knee and do some box breathing. And over the right knee. On up. Reverse the position of the right foot. So top goes below what was in front of the hand. And we'll do 5 in the original direction, 6 in reverse. Again, on the last round, stretching out and doing box breathing center and left and right. Stretching out. Yeah. All right. Have a great weekend. We got a wonderful cat fight going on behind here. Moxie, who is about 17 or 18, and no, I mean Moxie's about 1 year old. Alaska, who's 17 or 18, are having a epic brawl right at the curtain there. And Alaska's holding her own. Have a great weekend.